Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Chandra doing Chandra things, or Chandra doing Chandra things. Guys, I was going to do a video today on the YouTube gossip, but today I decided to go in and discuss my third novel, which will be called The Buried Truth. I have a deadline to meet at the end of the month, and I'll be focusing on that. Because it means a lot to me to complete. At the time, my husband and I were working on this novel. It's pretty much completed. I just have to edit and type up a few more things, a few more chapters. The reason why I want to do this is because, first of all, I told him I would do it. I told him a week before, or a few days before he passed, Rodney Powell, that we would finish this book. So this means a lot to me. I know I do YouTube. I do a lot of other things. I do a podcast, which is called Midnight Chit Chat. I am posting on there. I am uploading and doing a lot of things. Well, in podcasting, it's called publishing. So I'm publishing episodes. But I am also writing currently, so that's where I've been. I should be submitting the final rough draft to the publisher at the end of the month, and I want to discuss the first two novels as well. It's not easy to write a book, but especially when there's a lot of things going on. So things have quieted down quite a lot in my world. The days are quiet. I have a lot on my mind. I'm still grieving for my husband, and I miss him. I spend a lot of days, sometimes I cry, other times I'm thinking in deep, deep thought, and I think about the direction of the books, because we have talked about over 40 books, so about 43 or 44 books that we have rough drafts for. They're not all completed, but that's the biggest job, is for me to do that while I'm still breathing. And I want to do that because it's, first of all, writing novels. If anyone is interested in doing that, I say go for it. Whatever genre you like, what you like to write. If you like to write about anything, even self-improvement books, spiritual books, life project books, working on your credit, anything you're interested in, you can write about. And you can make a productive book out of, a novel. And to those who do that, the best of luck to you. I find that it's a lot of work to market your books. So if you're definitely going to publish a book, put in 100% effort, be serious about your craft, and publish it. And then you need to promote it adequately. And sometimes there is this balance I have that I need to balance myself. You know, I can't harass people to buy the book. I just say, look, I'm a writer. I write horror. And the books behind me, which I'll show, I am working on getting all these books documented. I mean, all these DVDs, movies, they're movies. And underneath the movies are a few copies of The Buried Truth, the Book Lady, which I sell out of my home and ship directly to my customers, which I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to improve. So every book is building on something that I already know how to do. So I've written all my life, but I never published anything until 2020, which was The Book Lady. And The Book Lady is a labor of love. When I was in college, I studied a lot about serial killers. I had an incident in my personal life that made me go and study psychology, abnormal psychology especially. So when I started to study it in college, I read up on a lot of serial killers. So Lucinda McKay, which is me and Rodney's lead character in the book series, which it will be a series. She is a serial killer. So this is what the book is about. There is a synopsis at the back of the book. So if you do want to check it out on Amazon, just read the back of the book, read some reviews, read what the book is about and what people had thought about the book. If you have purchased the book, I appreciate your support. There will be many more to come. I'm trying to do a book a year, and it's an aggressive task, along with trying to do other things like a YouTube channel that I have now, a podcast, and just trying to do a little bit of live streaming to kind of interact with people and get new fans. Hopefully you do enjoy what has already been written. Excuse me. And I'm going to be working hard to make each project that I do better. I think The Buried Truth is excellent. It has some rough drafting to do. I have a few days to go over. I ponder this every day. I look at it, read, and reread chapters. I edit, and sometimes I get new ideas as I'm writing. So hopefully September 31st will be the time that I'm ready to reach out to my publisher, get everything sealed and approved to get ready to start production. And again, I'll probably proofread this book another 15 times before it actually get published out into the book world. So into the atmosphere. The reason why I want to write a book like this is because I've always had desire to study serial killers. You never know how diabolical people can be. They're so diabolical that you have to actually study what's going on in somebody's mind, in their life, what they went through. And so you kind of, when you read the character, it's based on some kind of external real life person. But it's not about any particular person. Our characters are totally made up. It's not based on anyone we know. In our personal life, me and Rodney made sure we talked about that. There's no names of people that we know in our real life that's in the books. But sometimes there's a character trait that may trigger a character in my mind, and I write. So, with that being said, I hope that y'all can check out the book. The second novel that me and Rodney had released, which he did not get to see it released into the market, was called Stegman's Model. And I'm really hoping and praying that the books can be read and enjoyed by many people in the coming years, in the coming months and years. I want it to be a legacy of mine and me and him, because every single book that's plotted in my tablets, and I have many tablets in a file cabinet. Rodney and I pondered the plot, the characters, the scenery, the scenarios that's going to happen in the book. We pondered over everything. It's like maybe God was preparing him to go. So we did all this stuff. We did 44 novel outlines. We did quotes. We did characters. We talked about plots and everything in those books. I think it was for a reason. And I think that's what's giving me comfort, is giving me some direction on what I should do. I know I got myself all distracted. In my opinion, I was getting myself so distracted from writing. Then I started doing other things like YouTube, because of course YouTube takes time. You have to build your channel. You're not going to always be perfect. It's not going to always be right away success, but it takes time to work on things like this. I'm very amateur. I'm not a professional. I'm not trying to be a professional right off the bat, but I do want some good content out to you guys. So I will be still doing some YouTube tea. There is a lot going on. I'm just trying to catch up with some videos on my extra time when I want to take a break from writing. Because writing horror, you have to click into a mindset and get into those characters' brains, and you got to feel the whole book. You're living through an alternate world when you're writing, and that's how I write. I look at things as if it's a movie in my head, and I start writing. So hopefully Y'all can check out the book, lady. The first novel by Southern horror authors is what me and Rodney called ourselves. The second novel is called Stegman's Model. And the third one will be The Buried Truth. So this is the one I'm going to finish. This is going to be my baby. It means so much to me to finish this, because that's what Rodney wanted so badly. Even when he was going through his illness, he would talk about this book. Nothing was going to stop him. And so God said it's time to come home, and I miss him. And Rodney, I'm going to do this in your memory. Every piece of work will be in your memory, and I will make sure that it's documented in the book as long as I am kept on this earth. And then I will still will the book out to anyone who wants to pick up the pieces. Anyone who enjoys horror like we do. Of course, all those movies I have seen, I have not seen. He have seen every movie that's in this room, and there's clearly over 500 DVDs of horror. There's horror collections and everything. He wanted to be the Alfred Hitchcock. He was going to be known as the Jackie Robinson of horror. Black people in horror it's not the biggest thing, so it's kind of rare, which is what he wanted to do. So I think about him a lot. I think about the book. That's going to be the biggest achievement that I ever do in my life. It's writing. I'm proud of being an author, published author. It took a lot of years. I've been writing since 2018 on these books. So finally we got the third one. The second one, the Stegman's Models and Occult Horror. So I just want y'all to all check it out. I'll be keeping updates. I'll probably give some advice on my experiences. So look forward to that in my commentary. I'll do some reactions to some YouTubers, like I said earlier. So everything's not off the table. I'm still doing the podcast. I just have to plan my days very carefully. I like to keep busy because that's what makes my day go by. And it makes me happy to do these things. So thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all support. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.